Yo, y'all want to see a dead body? Matter of fact, you want to see two of them things? Check it out.
He kept trying to say that it was the part of the speech of Allah.
Is the Quran Allah's speech?
Is the Quran Allah's speech? Yeah, it's part of the speech. Yeah, it's part of the speech.
Yeah, it's part of the speech.
It's not the entirety of the attribute of speech of Allah.
So, man, in this video, you're going to see two dead bodies, man. Two dead bodies. Shout out to the brother GodLogic, Avery. Go follow that man's channel. He debated two Muslims in a row back-to-back days. He debated this fella named Central Dawa on TikTok, completely cooked him. And then my brother Radar Apologetics jumped on and cooked him. It was a massacre. It was brutal. It was no mas. It was Yamcha. It was Vidal getting beat up.
Bruh.
FBI, open up!
In all my years of watching brutal violence unfold, this is without a doubt the most heinous, unnecessary savagery we've ever witnessed!
Oh, come on. This could be way worse. She still has all her vital organs.
All of them. Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt! You make me sick!
Damn!
All that, whatever you know to be just complete and utter chaos and complete and utter just beat down, that's what these debates were. So let's get into it. Let's see a snippet of what happened. If you want to watch the full video, man, go to GodLogic Apologetics right now. Well, not right now. Watch this video, watch the preview, and then go watch that, and then you'll be like, dang, that's 187.
The people, did Israel reject Israel? Did they reject themselves?
No. No.
Okay, good. So that means that the servant can't be Israel since Israel is rejecting him, correct?
Sure.
Okay, so now we have just got rid of this idea that the suffering servant is Israel, the nation. That's out now.
Okay.
So now let's continue to pinpoint on who this is.
Go ahead.
This is the Messiah specifically.
Go ahead.
A few moments later.
You, even though you did this.
I'm asking, who is it, Central? Central, who is it?
It's Israel.
You already said it's not. No, you already agreed that it's not.
How,
You
when did I
already said that it's not.
When?
Let me tell y'all something. So, man, Muslims got to lie. They got to try to act like we didn't pay attention. They got to try to act like we got short-term memory or something like that. Everybody heard this man concede and state that, nah, it wasn't Israel. This was a long debate, y'all. And yet, I think he was just trying to make it seem like he forgot, or he forgot himself.
That means that the servant can't be Israel since Israel is rejecting him, correct?
Sure.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I said it's Israel. I've been saying it's Israel.
Lies. They all lies. Yo, look at the emojis.
Okay. All right, go to Isaiah 49 for me. My God.
Go ahead.
Central. I love you, bro.
I love you too.
Right.
But after this, we're going to talk about something else, yeah?
Nah, man. So then the next day, this girl who's supposed to be the crazy Islamic debater on TikTok, she's supposed to be numero uno. Everybody was like, yo, let's get her up there to debate GodLogic. Let's get her. She's undefeated. She's cooking. She's doing all this stuff. Now realizing she really ain't all that tough. Not at all. So she jumps on and GodLogic cooks her on Tawhid, and she didn't know what she was talking about, lying all get out. So then this next video is actually a clip from a powwow that she had to have with her people because she realized that she was doing bad and they had to do some corrective action. So this is what they're talking about. And then she's going to lie about what really happened and what she really said. But we got it on tape. We got it on 4K. 4K, it's there. Let's get into it.
Sister Itachi, when you asked him about when he asked you about the Quran, did he claim that Quran is a part of speech of Allah, or did you claim that?
No, he kept trying to say that it was the part of the speech of Allah.
Is the Quran Allah's speech?
Is the Quran Allah's speech? Yeah, it's part of the speech. Yeah, it's part of the speech.
Yeah, it's part of the speech.
It's not the entirety of the attribute of speech of Allah.
He kept trying to say that it was the part of the speech of Allah.
Yeah, it's part of the speech.
And you know that I know that you lying, oh girl.
This is what we got on a little summary. That the Quran is some of Allah's uncreated speech. So Allah's speech has parts. The Quran is not entirely Allah's speech. It's some of Allah's speech, not entirely. So it's made up of parts. So logical problem of the attributes of Allah, I guess we can come up with this. The LPA. Logical problem of attributes.
seeing that video again, the Muslims gotta lie. They cannot tell the truth. They gotta try to cover up their tracks because she knew she messed up. And then not only did she mess up, but a partner over there was lying for her too, because a partner was in there in the stream listening and whatnot and still try to defend her because she know that she done messed up, but she had to lie for her. So, hey, cool for them. I guess they gotta ride or die, ride or lie, whatever the case, ride and lie. But yet, we know that we ain't gotta do that as Christians. And that's a beautiful thing. You know, what's crazy is so many people try to say, man, the Trinity don't make no sense. People can't explain the Trinity. The only people that can't explain the Trinity are the people that are unlearned or unfortunately that don't really know, or they're taught by someone who doesn't really know themselves. Outside of that, when it comes to actually knowing what the Trinity is, anybody would know. But you know who doesn't know what Tawhid is? Anybody, because it doesn't make any sense. No matter how learned you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter how dumb you are, you cannot understand Tawhid because technically there's no reason why you should be, because you can't understand someone that's completely dissimilar to you. But yet, Muslims want to talk about the Trinity like we can't understand that 3 persons can equal 1 God. Blows their minds, but yet they want to be like, yeah, all-powerful God, all-powerful Allah, but they can't know nothing about him because he's completely dissimilar. He ain't got no attributes that they can call their own, but yet the attributes that he has, they possess too. That don't make no sense, but that's why it's alive from the pit of hell. But let's get into the last clip so we can see, again, the preview of the massacre that was going on.
On my page where it's literally like not even 2 minutes later I retracted what I said.
So the Quran, you said, is part of Allah's speech, right?
All right, it's from his speech. We wouldn't say necessarily part, but go ahead. If I said part,
well, that's what you said. I'm going with you. You said it's part of Allah's speech. So
I took it back. Hold on, I retracted it. If I said speech, I specifically said I retracted it. Go ahead. Don't build off of a false argument.
I'll ask you again. Is the Quran Allah's speech?
Yeah, it's from his speech. I didn't say it is his speech.
Is it his speech or not?
I just said it's...
Huh? What's that even mean? Make it make sense, yo. Make it make sense.
It is not the entirety of Allah's speech. It is not the entirety of Allah's speech.
It is not the entirety of Allah's speech.
So it's part of his speech.
Never said part. It is not the entirety of Allah's speech.
When you say, because you said this, that the Quran is not the entirety of Allah's speech, that literally means that the Quran then is part or a chunk of Allah's speech by default. No, it's actually, here's the thing, and I think that this is where you kind of got yourself in trouble, is with your terminology by using words like entirely, automatically by default mean that, okay, it is some of or part of. When you say entire, it's not not the entirety of his speech. That means it is some of his speech or part of his speech, but not in full.
Sure. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Go ahead. Sure. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Go ahead. Sure. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Go ahead.
Let's go with that?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So the Quran is part of Allah's speech. So Allah's speech then has components to it. It can be divided in a way.
So Brother GodLogic destroyed 2 Muslims back to back. 2 nights in a row, 2 pay-per-view debates in a row, just smashed them. No prep time, just came in there and got it good. So destroyed Circle Dawah, destroyed Itchy Scratchy, and they thought they was about to enter in something sweet. Nah, bro, he gave them what was what, and then really gave them the understanding that, yo, you don't know how to defend nothing. So for you Muslims right now, defend your Tawhid. Make it make sense to everybody. If there's only one being that's uncreated, that's eternal, and that's all powerful, how in the world is the Quran then also uncreated, but also separate from Allah? That there means that there's 2 beings that are eternal. Therefore, not only is eternality attributed to Allah, but it's also attributed to the Quran. Make it make sense. And that's just basic level right there. We can go deeper, but let me know in the comments, y'all. Defend your nonsense. This has been your boy Scripture Plug.Albert. Go watch the entirety of the debate on GodLogic's channel. Catch y'all next time. I'm out.